So if you have a near perfect trading strategy, but you are not making money, you might need this today. In fact, tonight. Let's talk about that right now. Coming up next. I'm gonna go through different emotions one by one and how it affects your trading. The first one we're gonna talk about is fear. So fear can cause you to do a lot of things. You made a buy trade today and you set your TP target all the way up here. Is it normal to be scared? Yes. Just like how I'm scared of heights, a lot of people are scared of what? Being wrong and also losing money when the price comes up. Okay, on the first day of trading, I am right about this trade, but then, instead of going all the way up to your TP target, it goes all the way down and then hit your stop loss. Then the first thinking that you have is, I should have TP'd a $500 freaking profit, unrealized profit, and yet I did not take it. Why am I so stupid? So next week, you come back to your trading desk again and you make a buy. You set your TP target up here and the same thing happens. Price came all the way up here. You have an unrealized profit of $500 or more than that. And then you have a little bit of trauma. Oh my god. Do you remember what happened last week? Take my profits here. And eventually, when the price go all the way up, why the heck? So of course, as you know, this is the fear of losing money. When you keep cutting your profits short, not letting it run, eventually what's going to happen is, even though your system has a good risk-to-reward ratio, let's say 1:3, 1:2, but because you're always taking profits early, you are reducing this amount. And eventually people reduce it so much that their reward becomes less than their stop loss target. And aside from that, let's say your typical percentage risk per trade is always 2% because you know that this is your comfort level, okay? Now because over the past 4 trades, you lost money. Lose. In Singapore, we call it bad feng shui. In trading world, we call it just part of the process. Then the next trade you make, you risk 1%. And then this trade you made is a winning trade. Why did you do that? And of course, some people lose so much that they don't even make the next trade to begin with. They use their creative imagination. What if I lose money again? Don't blame yourself if you keep doing this because this is human nature. Because if I give you 2 scenarios, scenario 1 and scenario 2. Scenario 1, I'm going to give you a check today of, let's say, $1,000. Okay? But another scenario, I tell you, I'm going to give you a check 1 year from now of $1,200 provided that there is no inflation. Which one would you pick? Option 1 or option 2? Most people will pick, because you know why? It is human nature to want instant gratification. I have this money right in front of me right now. Why not I just take it? What if Karen Fu doesn't show up 1 year from now? What if she cheat me like all my exes? What if? So all this anxiety that's going through in your brain is telling you, excuse me, we are not supposed to have all these shitty feelings, because your brain wants to bring you comfort all the time. So every time you go home, your brain be like, don't work on that trading thing, it is so tough, so just turn on the TV, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve this money right now. Come on, just take it. Take it. Instant gratification is killing you. And the other thing that fear can cause you to do, if you make a buy trade today, let's just focus on your stop loss. Let's say this is the first trade you made, price goes up, but instead of going up, it went down and hit your stop loss instantly. Your brain is telling you, this is not fun. I thought trading is supposed to be fun. Maybe try to avoid that kind of feeling next time. So now you make the second trade. The same thing happens again. Price goes up and then comes back down. I'm not stupid, okay? I remember what happened. Last time I have experience. Do you know how painful it is to lose money? Yes, of course. It's my grandmother's life saving. Let's just make life simple and also make our stop loss wider. Give it more room to breathe. Stop loss level is supposed to be here. You're supposed to get stopped up here. But then because you keep dragging your stop loss down and down and down, as if your stop loss is a price magnet. And then it becomes so tiring to drag your stop loss again and again and again. Some people be like, you know what, let's just make real traders don't use stop loss. Do you remember the 90 trades that you made that were straight wins? This one trade made you lose everything overnight. Instead of getting rich quick, you get poor quick. Trust me, I've been through all of this. And it's not fun. Again, don't blame yourself for doing this because you know why. If I give you another two scenario again, let's make a deal, okay? First scenario, you flip a coin. Heads, tails, either way, you have to pay me $500. How is that even fair? Okay, let's make it fair. Second scenario, heads, you pay me $1,000. Flip the coin. If you get tails, you pay me nothing. Choose which game do you want to play with me, 1 or 2. Guess what? Most people are going to pick, rather than the guaranteed smaller loss, most people are going to pick the unguaranteed potential bigger loss. Same thing with trading. When there's a guaranteed stop loss level, most people don't want it. They want to drag the stop loss, hoping that price is going to U-turn back to break even and then they're going to instantly take profit. Understand that hope is not a strategy. Another trading emotion, greed. Let's say you bought over here today. TP, based on your trading plan, supposed to be here. You bought it, price straight away went up to your TP. The price went up and up and up and up. Who in the heck uses a risk to reward of 1:2? Next time I'm going to use the risk to reward ratio of 1:20. Why 1:20? I mean, it just makes sense. The next time you make the trade again, the same thing happens. The price goes up and then your initial TP target is over here. Okay, the price goes up and up and up. Excuse me, do you remember what happened last time? Do you remember how painful regret is? Yeah, now because you set your TP target all the way up there, you didn't test this system, you just set it based on greed. It did not even reach your TP target. It go back down and hit your stop loss. Other things that can happen, greed can also cause you to increase your lot size. When you're supposed to use one standard lot, you decide to use 1.5. When you're supposed to risk 1%, because that is based on your trading personality, risk appetite, you decide to risk 3% just because that guy on TikTok told you that you can make thousands. One important emotion that a lot of people don't talk about is sadness. Of course, we all get sad once in a while. In fact, I get sad every single month. It is like my monthly routine. Just like a study has been conducted in Harvard University, a psychologist found out that if you are sad and you go shopping, you will not only tend to buy more stuff, you will also pay more. Ever heard of retail therapy? So every time when I'm sad or burnt out, I go out shopping, come back home, look at my stuff and then be like, why did I buy this? You tend to pay more, you tend to buy more. How does this translate into trading? You will increase your lot size to a level where you're not supposed to. When you're supposed to use one standard lot, you use two standard lot for no reason. You're risking more. In other words, you buy more units of currency. So in a way, you pay more for a single trade. And not only that, you buy more trades, so you tend to trade more, open more trades, especially when there are no trades to begin with. Because you know why? Our human mind, when we are sad, You know, you're feeling all this pain in your body and in your brain. Please go do something to make you feel better. Like what? Like making a trade. So don't trade when you're sad, don't trade when you're depressed. After you've came out of it, then you go back to trading. Don't use trading to so-called remove your sadness, you know what I'm saying? And of course, other positive emotions like being too happy or being too, let's say, too excited or overconfident, all this can cause you to over trade and over leverage. So please be careful. You cannot completely remove your emotions, but there are some things that you can do. The first thing that I find really useful is don't monitor the charts. Once you have an open trade, don't stare at the charts, because it's not like you stare at it, then it's gonna move to your TP. Just let the markets do its thing. Then if you lose money, it's fine, because it is part of the process. So the second thing you need to do is to accept that losses are part of it. Okay, just accept losses. It's normal to have 4 losing streaks, 5 losing streaks, even for a good trading system. Other ways that you can do that is use AI or robot trading. Or if you don't even want to trade yourself, then copy other people. Get into social trading platforms. Pick the good traders to copy. In other words, you gotta trade just like a robot. You cannot trade like a human being. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is that don't measure your performance based on money. You gotta measure it based on percentage ROI or pips, but never based on money, because it's going to affect your emotions. Aside from what I've covered today, there are other psychological barriers like confirmation bias. All these things maybe I'm going to talk about in the next few videos, because this is supposed to be a crash course, not a detailed course. Now, because it is human nature for us to take profit early and let our losses run, you will get a high win rate. Like a lot of retail traders, they like to focus on, oh, you know what, I got 90% win rate. Now, we are not taking exam. We are traders. You can have a 90% win rate, each one taking 10 pips, 6, 7, 9. Let's say all of them are 10 pips. So total, you have 90 pips in profit. What about your 10th trade? You lose 100 pips. What is your net pip earnings? -10. What is our win rate, my friend? Out of 10 trades, you win 9 times, but you lose 1 time, and that one losing trade caused you to have a negative net profit. Stop focusing on win rate, because it's not about win rate. In fact, the more you focus on win rate, the more you're going to not cut losses. Because you know what? If I cut my losses now, it's going to compromise on my win rate. If you want to think like all the retail traders in this world, focus on win rate. If you want to think like the professional traders, focus on risk to reward ratio. I know a lot of people go in from here, go out from here. Karen, give me a good strategy with good win rate. I'm done with this